Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Thank you for clicking. Got something for you tonight. Um, Today I'm gonna talk about Miss Willa Beatrice Brown. Miss Willa Beatrice Brown. She was born January 22nd, 1906. And check this out, she ain't died in 1992. And she was born in Olasg, what that Olasgow, Kentucky. She was born in Kentucky. And she was important. I had never heard of her before, so I did the research on it. Then I thought I pretty much that just when you think you know everything, I guess that's why they say don't never think you know everything. Because I had never heard of, her. But her story stuck out to me, being that right now the first black man ever is heading up the military with the black guy that the general that just got nominated. So that got me to thinking about black people in their history in the United States military. And it's a fact that every war that America done been engaged in, that it was black troops in the war all the way back to the Civil War on both sides. Some black people even fought for the South. They fought up on the pretense that they were gonna get free, but yeah, they fought for the South. And some we know they fought for the North. They fought for the British, but they were fighting for their own reasons. Amongst whatever them folk were fighting for, they were fighting to be free. So black people service to the military, it goes back just as long as it been a military. And it bring me to Miss Willa Beatrice Brown. She was a female, and she was the first African American woman to earn a pilot license. First ever to earn a pilot license. She could fly. She could fly planes. And I don't know if there was, I gotta look that up, see when Amelia Earhart was doing her thing. But yes, Miss Willa Beatrice Brown, she was the first African American woman to earn a pilot's license. Now check this out. This woman had a lot of firsts. She was also the first African American woman to run for Congress of the United States. I know I had heard of Shirley Chisholm and the black woman that ran for the first black woman to run for president before Kamala Harris, but I had never heard of her. And she was the first black woman to ever be the run for the United States Senate. Yeah, but that ain't what make her so important. I told you she was a pilot, and she was the first African American woman to earn a pilot license. But that would make her important. But her place in history is more cemented due to the fact that her husband started a flight school after she learned to fly. She started a flight school to teach more blacks to fly and give them the opportunity that she got through flying. So she started a school after her service and her husband. But the school she started was the Coffee School of Aeronautics. Her and her husband. And the they taught black pilots. Her school is the school that taught the Tuskegee Airmen. I don't know all of them, but most of them went through her school. Cause she learned how to fly. She went out, came back, taught her people. And we all know the history of the Tuskegee Airmen. They legendary. But this woman, you don't hear about her in relation to them, but she taught them how to maneuver in the air. She taught them how to fly. She first African American woman to get a pilot license. She also the first black woman to serve on the Federal Aviation Administration ever. She had a lot of firsts, and she was an activist throughout her life. She was a teacher too. She went to got a I think it was a I don't want to say what she got and be wrong, but I know she went to the University of Indiana, and she was a teacher and an activist all the way up until she died in 1992. Never even knew her. She was alive in 1992. First ever black female pilot. That's crazy. And the first African American woman to run for Congress was alive in 1992. I had never even heard of her. That what bring me to the purpose for this right here. 'Cause I feel like this is important. I feel like this is self-esteem booster. It show that it show the story of black people in America in a different light. It show our contribution because everybody know what the war would have been like without the Tuskegee Airmen. So if we can conceptualize what it would have been like without them, think about what it would have been like without her, and it show you how important the contributions of black people are to America for real. I always say that this our country just like everybody else's country, not just cause we were slaves and worked the fields of it, cause we actually helped build it, helped frame it, helped engineer it, we helped give this country identity. It was the black fighters in World War II, and it was the black fighters in the Civil War. It was the black fighters. You can go through all through American history and find black people highlight achievements black people had, but it's like they get glossed over until February. But ain't no way you could cram 400 and some years of just the history of African Americans in America. Ain't no way you could cram that in a 28-day month, sometimes 29. There's no way. The history too extensive. It's just like American history. You got to teach it all year round in order for to get the entirety of the story. Because with my video last night, that's the point I was trying to make last night with the Africans being on the boat with Columbus. Literally, when the first Europeans stepped down over here, it was a black man with him. Like, and he wasn't his slave. He was his navigator. He couldn't have made it without him. He didn't have the skill, the know-how, but that black man did. And I look from, and because my whole thing be, I don't want to bombard you with information. I just hope you could get the link. You see the link through the navigator, the black man that helped Columbus navigate, this black woman that helped navigate the sky, and it just is. You see the link. You got to go through and find. We got to find our stories. Our stories got to be highlighted, not just in February. I had an idea or a goal. One of the people I admire is Arturo Schomburg. I'm gonna do a video on him. And he went around. He built a library. They call him the Negro that dug up his past, cause he went and got every book, everything that they had writing seminar. They formed writing clubs to put black literature in print. Cause they knew how important it was. Even back then, they knew how important it would be for somebody like me or you to pick up a book and be able to see documentation of black contributions because they knew the story was gonna get glossed over. Well, I ain't gonna say that it wasn't that prophetic. They didn't time they were living in here. They weren't getting credit for the shit they were doing then. So they knew they weren't gonna be getting credit in the future. So they knew the importance of documenting that shit. But he built a library. His name Arturo Schomburg. I'm gonna do a video on it. He real important. And he helped form some of the first black intellectual circles, writing, debating, and anything he can get his hand on. They was putting together curriculum just to teach black history. And but that's the idea. I want to build a catalog. Even I just want to build a catalog of names. I don't even got to even know the story behind them, but I felt like if I could catalog all these names with these videos, that I could have my own digital library of all the people I admire or all the people I chose to do a video on or whatever subject I do a video on. To me, that's the power of technology because I ain't got the money to go out and buy the book, but I can use the information. I can get information and then make a video with just an outline, and it's there. It's law. It's digital information. It's a digital archive of all the black people that I had to dig up. So the next person that want to know won't have to go and dig them up. They just have to watch the video. And yeah, Miss Willa Brown. Like I said, she was born January 22nd, 1906. Look her up. Look her up and see how important her role was in the history of flying and aeronautics. Look up. Um, and what else I want to get on today? Well, I was thinking about the impeachment. That's all on TV. I want to commentate on the news and black people, but let me see. I really can't see nothing going on. They so stuck on this impeachment and Donald Trump. Like America's so shocked. Like that's why it went away like that. They don't seen this before. Like I just got to talk about documented history. Look at history. It don't been insurrections before. They don't did what they did on the 6th. That one the first time. One even the second time in certain places. They did it all around the country at one point. Took over whole towns. Tulsa, Black Wall Street, insurrection. No, it wasn't a capital, but it was businesses and homes. Wilmington riots. When they took over the government in Wilmington. Took over the government in Wilmington. White supremacy. Look at South Africa. The brotherhood, them white folk that brought apartheid to South Africa. It was a group of men. They formed a government. Like that's another thing I think we got to get wise to. That's why history important. History don't leave you guessing. True, a lot of stuff different now, but you gotta understand, and then you'll understand more what's going on now if you can see history. Certain, like even the plague. This ain't the first plague. This ain't the first time this happened. I'll tell you about the other guy, Onesimus, when he came with the inoculation for smallpox. Like all these, the black girl right now, and she was pivotal in manufacturing the vaccine. I'm gonna do a video on her too, cause she's somebody we don't know nothing about. But without her, there wouldn't be no vaccine. But I think we got to get more. We got to get more politically aware as black people, and they've been screaming that forever. And we ain't got to do nothing new. We ain't got to invent nothing. The framework already there. We just got to be engaged politically, cause we should have a say in what go in them school books. If we really value our history and our place in this country, and we trying to leave documentation of our legacy here, from slavery to Oprah and Jay-Z and all, we need to get more engaged, because nobody gonna tell our story for us. The statue coming out all around the country, or the Confederate white races and all that. Well, if they was to come right now and say black people in every town, every city, every county, whatever, y'all could have a statue. Well, who you gonna put up there? We can't have Martin Luther King all around the country. That's diminishing in history. Can't see Harriet Tubman. Okay, everybody know Harriet Tubman's story, but what about the men that was on the railroad? The men of the oppressed, the brotherhood that helped Harriet Tubman farm the slaves through there, black men. Secret society, you had to get whipped across the back like a slave before they'll let you in. So you'll understand what them folk were running for. So you know what I'm saying? You'll never betray them. We don't know that part of our history, but we know about the Masons. We know about all that shit. We know some of us even know about the Sons of Liberty and all that shit, but we don't know nothing about our own history. But by the time before I get through, and I ain't the best video maker, I ain't the best speaker, or none of that. But the names I'm putting out there, just the little information I'm bringing forth. You could take that, and I guarantee you take that and build on that, and you can go have conversations with Eric. You can have a voice. You give your history a voice. I don't know what job you got or where you at or where your station at in life. You can make this woman legacy more realer. Yeah, she got monuments out there, but the thing ain't that it ain't widely known. We talking about Amelia Earhart, and we got our own pilot, female. It says, yeah, first African American woman to earn a pilot license. But you ask them about women in aviation, everybody's talking about Amelia Earhart. It's about having a voice in the narrative. That's what it's about to me. That's the whole reason for all this. But I ain't gonna ram on too much tonight. I'm gonna keep the video, and I'm gonna try to expand my content. Like, don't get me wrong, I like doing the history get down, but that's what I do. That's my hobby. I want to kind of open up and expand on my content because I'm an entrepreneur. But I'm a rebel entrepreneur. I'm a rebel. So, but in this, I can't run around on gun and do all this. So I'm forming my rebellion in a different way. I'm forming my rebellion through the economy. I'm on an economic rebellion. I'm an economic rebel. Yeah, that's what I'm on. Nothing illegal, nothing fraudulent, or nothing. But I know the importance of making certain steps in business. Form. I know the importance uh, of being engaged in the market or playing the game. We don't sit on the sideline too long and not even engage in the market. We only engage in the economy as consumers. And with the way the world work today with shit like I'm doing right now, why wouldn't we try to take it to another level and take the same mind frame, the same rebellious mind frame, the same passion that you have for your history and your people, and apply that shit to the market. Carve out your space in the market for you and your people. And it's just learning about being more financially aware. But I don't wanna. I don't. I'm not. I don't no financial guru or nothing. Like, I read some shit and I formed the LLC and I got me a little business real small. It was small before COVID. Now it's on life support, but it's mine. As long as I got the opportunity to build and add on to it. Yeah, now I do that, and I always try to learn more. So I be dibbling and dabbling in different information. So I'm gonna start bringing that. And like I say, my whole thing is just being a guy or what I should say, not a guide, but a sign on the path. Cause I ain't it. You wherever you going, it ain't gonna end here at this channel with this information. You gonna come across many people on the journey. I'm just doing my part. It kind of like the Underground Railroad. Everybody, if you trying to get out and get free, man, I'm gonna play my part on that journey. You might not never see me again, or what I'm say might not be important, but the place I'm playing right now on that journey, where I'm at, and what I'm talking about and doing might serve you some purpose. So, I gotta do my part to ain't no more us in bondage. Well, I'm here now, but I'm gonna shut it down for the night. Hope you enjoyed learning about Miss Wilma Beatrice Brown, and somebody for your little girl to know about, cause that's what we do over here. Over here, we roll up, we go up to go back to link it all up. So I see y'all again. Peace.